What is up, guys? We are here with another watched and added video. Starting off here with California with Brad Pitt, Juliette Lewis, and David Duchovny. I guess this is in the vein of oh God, what is that Oliver Stone one? Natural Born Killers. In a way, it was an okay movie. It was kind of slow moving. I didn't really find Brad Pitt's character to be very scary at all. It was more annoying, to be honest with you, with his accent. So I wasn't a huge fan of this movie. It was only okay. I mean, it's early Brad Pitt, so I guess he's not going to complain. I'm sure he was happy to be a leading role in a movie and all that. But yeah, I was really not impressed with this movie at all. Comment down below if you think differently or what your take on this movie is. But yeah, I wasn't impressed. But I'll be adding it to my collection. Like I said, it was okay, just not great. Next, we have Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2. This was the last Harry Potter that I needed to complete the collection. I got this in a mystery box, so I guess it was kind of a happy surprise. I wasn't really scoping this out to find it kind of thing. Not a huge fan of the Harry Potter movies. Probably after the Goblet of Fire, I started to lose interest. They got worse, it seems, after that movie. For me, anyway. This movie was only average. Very dark as far as, and I'm not talking about like storyline wise, I'm talking about dark as far as lighting, to where you really didn't get to see much. So, I kind of don't like, Lord of the Rings was, dark as well, but it was not dark to where you couldn't see what was going on. And it just kind of takes away from the grandeur of the movie if you can't see what's happening. But I mean, it started off okay and then got worse after Goblet of Fire, for me anyway. So yeah, but I'm going to be adding this to my collection to complete my Harry Potter collection. Next, we have The Last Legion. I was expecting this to be horrible. I thought it was going to be one of those, straight to DVD or Blu-ray, ancient times, cheaply made kind of ancient war movies kind of thing. Especially with Colin Firth being the lead in it. But it actually turned out to be really good. The story was great. The visuals were great. The battle scenes, there weren't that many in it. But the ones that were in it were really well done. There were some actors I was surprised to see in here that aren't listed on the case. That I was happy to see. So, I mean, all in all, if you haven't seen this movie before, I would definitely recommend it if you haven't. But yeah, I'm going to be adding this to the collection. Love movies like that. Next, we have The Net with Sandra Bullock, which I've never seen before. My parents were huge on this movie. Directed by Fonzie. But, I mean, my mom would say that this was one of her favorite movies. And I only thought it was average. I didn't think it was, super creepy or scary or anything like that. I mean, for its time, I'm sure back in the 90s when this was released, this was probably like the terrifying thing. Like, oh my God, kind of like, the man kind of keeping track of you and being able to do whatever they want as life gets digitized. I would like to see a revamped version of this, nowadays with what's going on in the world. Would probably be very interesting and probably terrify people too. But I mean, all in all, Sandra Bullock does great in the movie. Don't get me wrong there, but the movie itself is just kind of average. But I will be adding this to the collection. Then we have The Postman with Kevin Costner. I'm not a huge Kevin Costner fan. I was just expecting this to be watchable. But I actually really, really enjoyed this movie. This one jumped up and surprised me just like Dances with Wolves did. I thought it was going to be a super long, kind of slow movie. But the story of this movie is fantastic. Holy smokes. Kevin Costner did great. A lot of big stars in this movie, too. So, I mean, it's just a great look at, like, post-apocalyptic kind of America. People fending for themselves. Will Patton stole this movie too. Will Patton was probably one of the best movie villains I've seen in a while in a movie for this movie. And the thing that kind of made me curious about it too was it's like, oh, it takes place in 2013, which is kind of in the past now, obviously. And you're like, oh, what did they think the world was going to be like? And then you look at this and then you look at it now. Kind of like Terminator, you know. But movies like this and Dances with Wolves makes me think that Kevin Costner's Horizon movie series that's coming out that he left Yellowstone to do, if it's anything along the lines of this and Dances with Wolves, I'm hyped for it. I'm in. You know, I'm hoping that they are. I'm hoping it's not a huge letdown. Comments down below on what you think about that. But yeah, that will do it for this video. If you like content like this, please like and subscribe. Your support is much appreciated. I'm also over on Letterboxd. The link to that is over in the profile of this channel. Otherwise, until next time, have a good one, guys. And I do have a special video coming for Christmas as well. So see you then.